The stream. My name is DeeJay, and I'll be DeeJay. Sometimes I can't pronounce words. I don't know what it is. My name is DeeJay, and I'll be joining you here today for a cast of Juventus versus Barcelona in the Champions League. We did have a couple of decent matches, of course, to select from here today. Man U is playing RB Leipzig today, which should be an excellent matchup. Man U coming off of that victory last week in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain, who should be one of the main threats. Leipzig is the other big threat in their group, of course. So that's a good game. But considering I do a lot of EPL coverage on the weekends, I felt like doing a stream today of Juventus and Barcelona would be a little more interesting use of my time. These are players we don't typically see on my stream, teams that we don't typically see on my stream, and they're big names going up against each other here today. So we are going with that one. It will be potentially a little bit watered down from normal. Unfortunately, Cristiano Ronaldo, who of course is on Juventus now, is out with COVID, so he will not be able to play in the rematch now against Messi. We will get it eventually in the second leg of the group stage, but unfortunately it won't happen here today. Barcelona coming off of a bit of a tough weekend as they lost 3-1 to Real Madrid in the Clásico. Sorry, I'm pouring my afternoon cup of coffee. That's a tough result to a team that has struggled in the Champions League thus far. Madrid now 0-1-1 in their first two Champions League games, drawing with Borussia Mönchengladbach yesterday, which is the game that we actually cast, and last week losing to Shakhtar Donetsk, a 3-2 scoreline. But here today we will be working with these two teams, and we'll take a look at how Barcelona will set up to try to alleviate some of the woes they have had. Starting in the back, actually have Neto in goal here today, so we will not see Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Sergio Roberto, Ronald Araujo, Clement Lenglet, and Jordi Alba going to make up the back four here. So Piqué will be rested after a couple of games that they have struggled in defensively. Miralem Pjanic, Frankie de Jong making up the base of midfield. Antoine Griezmann actually going to get a start here today at right midfield with Pedri and Ousmane Dembele, the other two midfielders. And Lionel Messi will be leading the line here today. Of course, don't expect Messi to play like a traditional striker. Barcelona have historically, and even this season, been known for playing without that traditional out-and-out striker. So expect Messi, Pedri, Antoine Griezmann to really kind of be shifting around and dynamically moving in that front space. And for the side of Juventus, Wojciech Szczesny going to start in goal here. Back three of Mary Demiral, Leonardo Bonucci, Danilo, flanked by two wing backs in Juan Cuadrado and Dejan Kulusevski. Midfield duo of Rodrigo Betancourt and Adrien Rabiot, with a front three of Federico Chiesa. New signing this season, Alvaro Morata, coming back over once again from Atletico Madrid, and Paulo Dybala getting the start here today. So a fairly strong lineup selected here by Juventus, and a decent bit of squad rotation here from Barcelona. So we will see how that pays off for both of these sides, and will be a bit of a interesting formation matchup once again, as it's sort of a traditional 4-2-3-1 coming out from Barcelona, though of course it'll kind of play more like 4-2-4 at times. Again, they won't have an out-and-out man up front all the time. But that'll be up against the 3-5-2, so we'll see how that does operate. They will have some extra cover, Juventus, for these wide midfielders, and it will be up to Barcelona to try to break them down. They're just about 4 minutes away from starting here. The referees are walking out. The players slowly following them. So we do have a little bit of time to chat and prep for this one. The announcer saying here right now, these are not exactly vintage Juve and Barcelona sides. They have been just not as young as the squads once were. A lot of aging players, a lot of new players coming in, some transition periods. Barcelona is coming off that 5-1 win last weekend last week in the Champions League. Although did have a red card, which was given to Piqué, which is why he will not play here. But that was against Ferencváros, who should be expected to go 0-6 in this group. Juventus, Barcelona, the other two members, or sort of the main two members. They are now going through the Champions League anthem here. Juventus is coming off a 1-1 draw at the weekend and also a 2-1 win over the last group member here, Dynamo Kiev. So, again, these two teams will still be favored to move forward in this group, but this will be a big matchup to determine seeding. And, of course, Dynamo Kiev will probably be hoping that Juventus can win this one so that Barcelona are more within their reach. Champions League anthem is finished here. Now they are going through the lineups. Fortunately, we have been through the lineups already a little bit here, had a bit of our discussion. I am going to go ahead and predict a 3-1 win here for Juventus here today. I think 2-0 is the other likely scoreline. But there's a lot of rotation for Barcelona. They're without PK. They've been struggling to hold people out, even Ferencváros getting a goal on them. And I expect Juventus, it is missing Cristiano Ronaldo, but it's a fairly strong attacking lineup, and I expect them to get a couple goals here today. So I think at home they'll want to try to stamp their authority on this match, and stamp the authority on the group, and I do think that they are a better team than Barcelona at the moment, as Bonucci and Lionel Messi captains here today, exchanging some pleasantries at half field for the coin flip. This one's over, and they are now breaking. We're just about to get started here today. This is also, I'm trying to think, I think this is day 11 in a row for me of casting. Again, we started last Monday with Leeds Wolves. Monday was our 8th day. So yesterday was our 9th. No, this is our 10th day. So this is our 10th day of casting in a row, guys. We'll see if we have one tomorrow, if we want to go 11. And I think we can go up to 12 in a row here. But we are on a bit of a marathon with our casting and enjoying every second of it. The Champions League does bring us a lot of enjoyment here in our apartment. Both me and my roommate are extremely happy when the games start to flow in. And this one just about to get started. Oh, and that one is still there. Where is that? There we go. Cool. Okay, so we haul down the soccer background just a little bit here so that we can see the scoreboard. Actually, I don't think it needs to be that far down. But we just keep it in that corner so we don't violate any broadcasting rights, so that way you guys can see the time. I'm going to go into broadcasting mode and just try to focus on play-by-play. Of course, I will try to interact with chat as much as possible during the game without missing too much of the commentary. And I will be with you at halftime for my own personal thoughts, opinions, etc. as we get into this one between Juventus and Barcelona. Juventus in their classic black and white striped kits, moving left to right here. Barcelona in their pink away kits here today, moving right to left for this first half. It will be Barcelona with the opening kickoff. Oh, coffee's so good when it's cold in Chicago, guys. Barcelona going to get us started here. This one's going to be shifted out to Jordi Alba. His hairline has drastically receded in the last couple seasons. It's back to Neto there. Now out here to Alba. Barcelona playing very, very deeply with this one. A bit of a chipped pass there from Pjanic for his goalkeeper, but Neto handling it easily. This one shifted up the right-hand sideline for Griezmann. He's going to have that one poked away from him, and Bonucci will chase this one back for Juventus to take the early possession. So it's Chesney moving this one out to Cuadrado. This pass blocked there. On the wing by Pedri. Andrea Pirlo, of course, the manager of Juventus, hired towards the end of last season into the summer here. And another one of these managers who are former players for their clubs. And oh, terrible mistake here has allowed Messi in. He shoots, and that one blocked away by Bonucci at the last second. What a horrifying pass there from Demiral. You can see Demiral cuts it back. He looks inside for some support there and just passes it straight to Lionel Messi. Messi can't believe his luck. He sets himself with a touch, but Bonucci does just enough there to block that one away. Very well done there by Bonucci to save a great chance of Barcelona as they've restarted from the corner. Here's Pjanic shooting from about 25. Chesney has to punch that one away. It comes out to Messi. He crosses towards the back post, headed initially there by De Jong, Moving forward, Pjanic, he's inside the box, laying it off for Griezmann. He shoots, and it's off the post! And what a starting from Barcelona as the attack's not over yet. This one bouncing around the box. Play on. Awarded by the referee here is now falling over. There is a foul on Longley. Commits that one onto Rabiot, and that will finally end the attacker. But you can see a lot of good chances here from Barcelona. This 25-yard strike from Pjanic is knocked away by Szczesny. And here's the even better one. It's Griezmann clanging this one off the left-hand post there, and somehow it stays out. So Barcelona with quite the start here to this match, all sort of culminating from that terrible back pass from Merih Demiral that was gifted to Messi. All of that danger coming from the ensuing corner kick, but now Juventus moving it into their attacking half for the first time. It's Morata moving it out to the wide side. Rabiot now looking backwards to Betancourt. He'll shift it over to Demiral. Now Cuadrado. Slowing it down just a little bit is Dybala dropping deep here. He'll turn. Sees a run over the top, but elects not to play Morata. Instead, will go short here. Tries to play the 1-2 there with Kulusevski. That one picked off. Pedri looks back for Alba. Good connection here with Pjanic in midfield. And Griezmann will move this one out to the right-hand side for Roberto. Excuse me. Now Dembele cutting it back. It's Pjanic. Pjanic once again. Araujo. Longley out to Alba here. Looks inside. It's Alba once again. Bit of a mistake there from Pjanic. Sees that one poked away by Dybala. Driving forward is Morata. Has some support on the left here. Leaves it a little bit behind. Chiesa there. Chiesa trying to drive into the box. That one poked away from him. Decent defending from Barcelona. It's Griezmann trying to play out here with Roberto. He will find Dembele. Dembele trying to dance around on it. Has to go back to Sergi Roberto. Cuts it back onto his right. Will connect well with... Oh my, and a pad pass here from Pjanic. And what a tackle there from Araujo. And that's both defenses now very guilty of extremely dangerous back passes intercepted by the other team. But both have had a center back step forward to pick it off. Here's Messi moving around the tackle here of Demiral, but he's eased off it by Cuadrado. Now moving forward is Kulusevski. Looks through the gap here for Morata, but well read by Neto. Comes out and will just pass that one calmly into the feet of Frankie de Jong. Now Barcelona finally going to settle this one down just a little bit as de Jong moving this one inside. Dembele. It's Griezmann in advance of him, but it looks like Griezmann was offsides. There's Messi. Tries the pass inside. That one intercepted by Kulusevski. Be moved out by the Juventus defense. And going over the top here is Araujo. He will foul Alvaro Morata. It will be a free kick here to Juventus. Yeah, you can see that arm clanging into the back of Morata's head there. Pretty clear. The striker had the positioning. My word, that strike from Griezmann earlier on, just inches away from going in there. It comes off sort of the inner part of the front face of the post, and it's just the tailspin, and Griezmann slices through the ball just a little bit, and that momentum of the spin of the ball actually takes it and caroms a little bit harder off the post than I think he would have liked, and that so it keeps it out of the net there, but a couple inches to the right there, and it certainly would have bounced off the post and gone in. Here is Juventus back in possession here. Kulusevski. Demiral. Danilo. Bonucci going to go along with this one. He's looking for the run of Dybala, and it just evades him about a yard away there from connecting with his striker there. Very good look there from Bonucci, and an excellent ball played over the top. It just slightly mistimed. The captain looking deep, looking good here from, or looking dangerous here from his deep possession. Does, of course, have an excellent passing range, something that Juventus does love from their center backs. Dembele actually gets a nutmeg here, I believe on to Chiesa, and does very, very well to dribble around that challenge. He picks out Pjanic, who moves this one all the way over to Alba, though that one will chase Alba back towards his own goal, and Juventus can set up their defense once again. De Jong holding off the pressure here from Betancourt. Pjanic. Pjanic, of course, part of that swap deal with Barcelona and Juventus at the end of last season, which Artur was sent to Juventus in exchange for Pjanic, and that was a deal that was much panned by a lot of Barcelona fans considering the age and talent profile of Artur compared to Pjanic. Pjanic, of course, an excellent player in any midfield, but one that is getting on in age here. Barcelona, a squad that desperately needed a bit of a youth movement. But Pjanic now in uniform against his former side here today. Has looked decent so far outside of that back pass that almost gifted Alvaro Morata a goal there just a couple minutes ago. This one just trailing out of bounds for a throw in here to Juventus on the near touchline. It's Cuadrado. He's going to look all the way back here towards Demiral. Bonucci. Good entry pass here to Morata, who finally settles it down. His pass out to the right will not connect there with Cuadrado. It'll be cleared away by Alba. It will dribble out for a throw-in. Give me 1 second here. I want to do something. I'm trying to get another window with the Man U game up. I'm going to put it in front of my stream here so I can at least see what's going on there. I am a Man U fan, so I actually do want to watch this game. I want to see how they perform. I also want to. I am sort of hoping that we don't score and Dayot Upamecano absolutely destroys us today, so that it finally convinces Ed Woodward to buy him. But we'll see how that one goes. That is another game, and a different game than the one we are working with here today. Won't talk too much about that one. Just at halftime, we can go through some of the scores around the Champions League as Jordi Alba getting a return pass here from Pedri. Looks inside. Good layoff by Griezmann. It was a good run by Alba. A little surprised he held up his run there. It's Dembele on the far side, driving into the box. That one easily poked away from him by Danilo. Rabiot out to Chiesa. Looks back in for Rabiot, but that one just gets a poke on it, but good tracking back there by Frankie de Jong will knock that one out of the danger area. It's Barcelona with it again. Out to Dembele. A lot of white shirts in front of him, just going to have to play slow here. He does find Messi, who starts driving forward. Harried there by Rabiot. I'll look back to Griezmann. This one clipped over to Jordi Alba. Alba met by Cuadrado. Ooh, in behind from Pedri here. Good pass in. He slots it. That one blocked away by Demiral. Good play there from Barcelona. A dangerous looking opportunity is cleared away by Mehdi Demiral. So it will be Lionel Messi tasked with the first corner of the game here for Barcelona. From the near corner, out swinging. That one headed away by Bonucci in the middle. It comes out to Alba. It'll go back to Messi. Top of the box here is Pedri. It's going to go all the way back to his center backs here. It's Araujo with Pjanic now. Shifted out to the far touchline. Coming away with it is Dybala as that pass from Barcelona there. A bit wayward. Not quite getting the connection they were looking for. See this foul coming in here from Alba, just kind of challenging down the leg of Dybala there. Here is Rabiot. I'm going to shift this one inside. Now up the field. It's Alvaro Morata battling with Araujo. Doing fairly well. Araujo really getting his body into that challenge. Throwing a couple of shoulder checks there into Alvaro Morata, who was strong to hold on to possession. Comes back into Morata. Looking back for Chiesa. Federico Chiesa gets by one, but cannot get by Araujo, who's there to clean up the challenge. He'll look back for Neto. Knocked out towards Alba. He collects that one, looks backwards, and is cleared away by Clement Lenglet. Rabiot arriving to that one. First good combination play here. We'll find Dybala with some room. It's now out to Cuadrado. He's going to cross this one from deep. That one knocked down by Chiesa, but nobody following up for Juventus. So it will be collected by Barcelona, and Messi can bring it away. Messi driving forward, has Jordi Alba in support. Looks out for him. Barcelona just slowed down here by Juventus's press. Nava will move back to Araujo. Lionel Messi, of course, a lot of question marks about his time this year and afterwards at Barcelona, asking to be transferred in the summer window due to some of the management of Barcelona in recent years. A lot of build-up in that situation, but has ended up staying at Barcelona for this season, but will be out of contract next year. Barcelona really need to make this season count if they want to try to convince Lionel Messi to stay with them for what would likely be the remainder of his illustrious career. Many people speculating that he has at least 2 or 3 top-class seasons left in him before he too starts to fade physically a little bit, like Cristiano Ronaldo may have in the past season, as Dembele getting this one from Messi, taking a shot on his right foot. That one deflects, and it's in! Barcelona take the lead from a deflected goal. It's Ousmane Dembele after Lionel Messi clips that one all the way across the field, who will open the scoring here on 13 minutes. And Barcelona will lead Juventus away from home 1-0 here. And it is a very nice goal here, of course. It is mostly down to this gigantic deflection. And what a deflection it really is. He cuts this one back on his right foot. It comes off Chiesa's left foot. And just look at the dip on that ball as it deflects off the top of Chiesa's foot there. You could kind of see it from Wojciech Szczesny. He sort of knew that that one looked dangerous the moment it deflected. And he just looks over his right-hand shoulder dejectedly as that one nestles perfectly into the back post there. So Barcelona will take the lead here in the 14th minute of play, courtesy of Ousmane Dembele. Keep in mind that one well helped on as Alvaro Morata driving into the box here for Juventus. Has no help, tries to chip it over the goalkeeper. It's bouncing around and Morata has leveled it. But finally the flag will go up here. I believe this one is for offsides. Yeah, it looks like Morata is offside. So there's also a question of Morata getting a handball to help him control this one in the box. Take a look at this replay. Morata doesn't have any help whatsoever. He tries to chip this one over Neto. It bounces off him. It's blocked by Neto, bounces back off Morata, and after that, he can knock it into the goal. But yes, just going to be called back ultimately for the initial offsides here. They are, of course, checking this one with the VAR system, but replay looked fairly clear that Morata was about a yard offsides there. Here's the replay of, and yeah, it would certainly be a handball even if the offsides were called back. So 2 offenses against Morata in this case, and the goal will not stand here. Barcelona will retain their 1-0 lead here, but almost undone there right after scoring that goal as Morata did break free in behind. Once again, it is Dembele providing the lead here, of course, off of a huge deflection off of Chiesa's foot, giving Wojciech Szczesny no chance to save that one. Just going to go over here as Cuadrado, as Alba complaining that he didn't do a whole lot to the Colombian there, but still will be called for the free kick. Take a look at the replay. You can see him driving into the back here. And yeah, Cuadrado going down very easily there, but Alba not really challenging for the ball, more just body checking Cuadrado over and over again. So can't really blame the referee for calling a foul, but I can still give a little shade to Cuadrado for sort of just limply falling to the ground to just get the foul. And now Alba going to come through once again and will foul Cuadrado for the second time in just under 30 seconds. Now in a little bit of trouble of a yellow card. Alba pleading with the referee here. It looks like he will just escape a booking for now. But the referee will be giving him pretty much his last warning here. I'm sure the next foul that he commits will likely see him into the book. It's a good switch of play here for Chiesa. Comes back to Danilo. He's going to cross this one all the way over to Cuadrado. Good ball is settled very cleanly there. Cuadrado driving into the box. His Cruyff pass there not going to connect. It's picked up by Griezmann, but a mistake here once again from Barcelona back allows Danilo to sneak in here. He tries a first-time strike, but gets it all wrong there. Leaning back, launches that one high and wide over the goal. Never even coming close to bothering Neto. Juventus do have it once again here, but it is just moved back to Bonucci. This one clipped in behind here. Good ball there from Betancourt. Dybala looks back for Kulusevski. This one comes across. That one blocked away by Araujo. Finally cleared by... Oh no, I've done it, chat. I have done it. Okay, I need to... Give me a minute here. This always happens. I do this sometimes. I accidentally hit the minimize button on one of my lineups, which makes it impossible. It just like makes it impossible to see. So I will do my best to commentate while we're getting that one back up and running. I apologize for that. Oh wait, it came back. It came back! Yay! Okay, wow, that's awesome. So Juventus, this one through Szczesny. He'll look out for Cuadrado. Settles it well on the chest for Betancourt. He'll launch this one over to the far sideline. It's controlled by Chiesa. Doesn't have really anyone in advance of him. Of course, is the left winger there. Doesn't really have a lot of support. Cuadrado moves this one into Kulusevski. It's out to Dybala. Dybala cutting inside here. Shifts it across. Rabiot looking for some shooting angle. Betancourt. Kulusevski. Cuts it onto his left. Back to Betancourt. Clipping this one in towards the back post. Going up is Morata. Settling it. We're going to be called for the foul here onto Sergi Roberto. At the back post there. You can see the grappling going on between the two of them. As this one flipped into the back post, you can see Morata sort of have both hands around Roberto's body there. Makes it a fairly easy call for the referee. Cuadrado getting a little bit of the magic spray here. Trying to shake off some sort of little tweak that he might have felt after this last cross. It's Messi dropping deep to pick this one up. He's going to go out to Dembele. Dembele once again, going to look back for Araujo. This one will come over all the way to Jordi Alba. Pedri does well there to find Alba once again. Doesn't have a lot of options running through there, so just forced to play it across for Messi. Dembele. Longley. Looking back across for Messi. Uncharacteristic wayward touch there from the Argentine. But will retain possession. Araujo just going to head all the way back here to Neto. Comes out to Sergi Roberto. Dembele trying to ride a couple challenges. Will get away from the challenge of Chiesa. Moves inside. Picks up Pedri. Pedri had Alba. He will find him now, but did slow down the attack a little bit with that extra touch. Griezmann. Messi. A lot of white shirts behind the ball here. Griezmann moves it out for Alba. Messi. Roberto out to the goal scorer, Ousmane Dembele. Pjanic. Moving this one around the back now. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba clipping this one into the box, but does not quite get the whip he wants on that one. Instead, it sprays on him, spinning towards the left there, and Szczesny able to come out and collect that one easily. Here's Kulusevski, not going to get to this pass from Cuadrado. Barcelona come away with it. Messi trying to leave in Griezmann. Griezmann leaves it for Messi. He's wide open. He shoots, and Messi drags it wide. It's an excellent move here from Barcelona. Messi into Griezmann. Griezmann finds Messi again with the back heel there. Messi's first touch is a bit of a rough one. It takes him a little bit away from goal, and can see what the result is. He snatches at that shot and drags it from a position where we have seen Messi score countless times before. A position where you would back him about 95% of the time to put that one at least on target. Make Szczesny work, but bit of a dragged shot there from the Argentine. And it will remain just 1-0 to Barcelona. Here's Dybala moving forward with this pass after it was intercepted by Rabiot. Now Kulusevski trying to get onto his left, crossing this one into the back post, easily headed away there by Sergio Roberto. Kulusevski will start it up once again. Betancourt. Rabiot. Demiral. And just an update from that game I mentioned earlier. Man U is leading RB Leipzig 1-0, courtesy of Mason Greenwood. I'm sure you'll see the highlights of that one at halftime. We can talk about some of the other matches around the Champions League, including the ones earlier today, and even a bit of a recap of yesterday. Cuadrado tries to move this one forward, and Spee ho ho ho. Hey buddy, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the booth. Hope you are enjoying the broadcast so far, and hope you are doing well with everything going on. And hope you are happy and healthy as well, buddy. Morata moving this one forward, shifting it out to Chiesa. Chiesa trying to cut inside there, not going to get away from the challenges put in by Barcelona there. Now moving forward is Dembele, going to ride the challenge of Rabiot there. Moving infield here, will pick out Messi. Has the support of Pedri on his left. Instead cuts it back a couple times. Will finally look for De Jong, but a good sliding challenge there from Kulusevski. Will knock it away, and Juventus will have possession once again. Thank you, Spiho. Glad you are enjoying it. It has to replace the U Chicago commentary since we are missing that season. You know what I'm saying? Here is Dybala on top of this one. Rabiot. Moving this one back out to Cuadrado. Into the feet of Betancourt here. I'll talk to Tom about it. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe once I hit my 50 follower threshold, then I'll be big enough for Tom. Pirlo standing in his technical area here, trying to bark out some instructions, but Juventus have looked a bit disappointing here today. Have had some decent chunk of the possession here, but have not really looked dangerous in attacking areas. And of course, while that goal from Ousmane Dembele was heavily influenced by the deflection off of Chiesa, Barcelona certainly have generated the best of the chances. Not too many, just one or two, but Juventus really not much to hang their hat on in this performance so far. It's Demiral going to look inside here. Betancourt will shift it out to Chiesa. Chiesa has a little bit of room to run here. Dembele finally tracking back to try and help Roberto as the cross from Chiesa comes far too close to Neto there, who will just let that one roll into his waiting hands. Moving this one out is Longley, and oh boy, Longley just going to hold up there. He's hopping around on one of his feet. I don't know if he got clipped from behind or if he's felt a muscle go. Hopefully it is the former. He is now running again. Think he might just have gotten clipped there from behind. As his pass here deflected away by Paulo Dybala. Does look like Longley is not dealing with a muscle injury. It was just a clip from Dybala. We saw Dybala there on camera apologizing a bit to the Barcelona man, just asking if he was all right. So fortunately, nothing too bad here for Clement Longley. This one moved into the feet of Morata. He'll look back to Rabiot. Over to Demiral. Cuadrado. Infield to Rabiot. Shifted out here. Cut back by Danilo. Trying to find a gap here in midfield as Juventus finally picks out Dybala there, but Dybala's touch is poor. Skips away from him, and now Barcelona coming away with it. Messi cutting in field, looking towards the near touchline here for Pedri. That one just going to escape both Pedri and Cuadrado, who was retreating there. Doing just enough to disrupt Pedri as he tried to bring that one down. Cuadrado will restart this one. It's Dybala. As well to find Cuadrado once again under pressure from 3 Barcelona players there on the touchline. Comes all the way back to Szczesny, who moves this one a little close to his goal line, and eventually Danilo just going to hoof that one clear. Well won here by Araujo. The second header won by De Jong, settled now by Messi. Messi going to clip it out to Dembele, the goal scorer, who has some room to go 1v1 with Danilo. Cuts inside, finally has some help from Chiesa. Looks in behind for Messi, but well intercepted there by Danilo. And now a little clip onto the back of Chiesa's heels will give Juventus a foul and allow them to clear their lines. Shifted all the way up towards Cuadrado. Has the run of Dybala early here. He is onside. Longley chasing him, trying to find the return run for Kulusevski. Instead will cut out onto his left foot. Finds Cuadrado once again. Not a lot of shirts in the box. It's left for, and it's a goal for Morata. Great cross in from Cuadrado. Morata finishes this one, but it looks like he's being called for offside. So the second goal that Morata has scored, where he has been in an offsides position, we can see on the replay he is clearly just about a half yard offsides there. Beyond Araujo, they will check this one, but very quick check here will confirm the decision there that Alvaro Morata is once again offside. So 2 good finishes here today for Morata, but both of them have come in offsides positions, and the scoreline will remain 1-0 Barcelona here. Longley going to clip this one up the field, looking for Griezmann. Good defending there from Demiral. Will get the ball back for Juventus. Cuadrado under a little bit of pressure here from Pedri. Just look back to Rabiot. Good turn here from Kulusevski, but a better challenge there from Frankie de Jong. Juventus will retain possession though. Looking forward, and another missed touch here from a Juventus player. This time rolls under the foot of Alvaro Morata and will go all the way to Neto. We have just crested the half-hour mark here today. Once again, only that goal from Ousmane Dembele taking a huge deflection off the top of Chiesa's foot is all we have to speak of for the scoring so far. Still looking for a bit of a spark in this match as Juventus have struggled in the attacking third to try to get in behind Barcelona. Here's an attempted cross from Dybala. Almost bounces away from Roberto there, but he gets his foot on that one and it will just settle nicely for Neto. Now Roberto has it again, moves it forward to Dembele. Under pressure from 2 players here. We'll go back to Neto. He'll look out for Longley. Has Alba in front of him. Kulusevski closing him down. But De Jong, ever available in this midfield, shows up again for Jordi Alba. Barcelona will calmly move this one up the pitch once again. It's back up to Alba, has De Jong in support. Instead goes to Messi. Oh boy. CBS doing us a little dirty there. But unfortunately did not lose the feed. So we continue on here as Barcelona still with possession in their back third. Messi. Good short passing here from Barcelona in the midfield area. A lot of pink shirts available to receive possession here. No one really in the box as of yet. Finally, at the top of the box is Griezmann looking for the run of Pedri. It's bouncing to the back post for Alba. He shoots, and he whiffs on that one. Does not get the contact. Jordi Alba looking to smash that one home and probably shot a little bit too hard. The swing ends up being a little bit reckless, and he swings through it with the outside of his boot there. Completely skews it off to the left, nowhere near the target despite the excellent opportunity there. So Barcelona with another well-worked attack ends with that poor strike from the likes of Jordi Alba. But again, they are the side who seem to be generating most of the opportunities. They're really only two for Juventus here, falling to the feet of Alvaro Morata. He has tucked both of them away into the back of the net, but of course both of those coming from runs in which he was offsides. Longley with it now. He's going to look infield for Pjanic. It's up to Messi. Has a little bit of room to run. Passes around Betancourt, but Pedri's return pass is a lot for Messi to handle, and he will eventually be crowded out here by Betancourt. Cut back now. Cross for Rabiot. Danilo in support, but it will instead dribble himself up to the left side. Gonna look back across the field for Kulusevski. It's an excellent ball here. Kulusevski driving into the box, looking for the right option. Cuts it back there, but well read by Pjanic. He'll intercept that pass from Kulusevski. Now Pedri can move it forward. Rolls around a challenge there from Rabiot. It's moved out to Dembele here by Roberto. Has absolutely no support, does the Frenchman, and still will just move it back to Lionel Messi. Barcelona happy to slow down the tempo of this match, allow their players to walk forward here. De Jong, Pjanic, and Messi exchanging more passes here in midfield before moving it back to Araujo, over to Longley. Alba, closed down by Cuadrado. Looking over the top is Longley, but well read there by Betancourt. It will end up back at the feet of Araujo. Pjanic once again looks over the top, but it's well read by multiple Juventus defenders. Danilo, the one who gets the interception. Now Chiesa closed down by multiple Barcelona players, trying to keep this one in play, but will be crowded off that one. Messi with some room to run here, driving at Bonucci, has Dembele in support, shifts it to Dembele, cuts it onto his left, he shoots, it's blocked. Still in the box here, Dembele looks back. Griezmann setting himself, looks for the cross, and it's finally crowded away by Juventus. An incredible opportunity here for Barcelona to make it 2-0. They cannot put that one away. Szczesny and multiple Juventus defenders doing just enough to keep that one out. They now are in possession once again. Rabiot. Cuadrado. Moving forward here is Morata, has supporting run of Kulusevski, but can't pick him out. Cleared away here by Pedri. It will stay in play, but it will force Danilo all the way back here, deep into his own half. Bonucci. This one clipped over the top here into the path of Rabiot by Chiesa. It's knocked away by Araujo, and will go out for a throw in here. Araujo has ended up on the dirt on the floor here. Claims of a high boot coming out from Rabiot. So we look back at the replay here as Dembele does fairly well, shifts it onto his left foot, and Szczesny makes the initial save. It comes back to Griezmann, who looks for a reverse shot there, but Szczesny on top of it once again. Juventus moving it forward once again. Crowded out of this one is Dybala. Gets back to his feet as moving forward. Now it's Betancourt across to Kulusevski. That one knocked away from Kulusevski just as he wanted to take the strike. Here's Rabiot crossing to the back post here, but easily read by Neto as Rabiot leaves that one far too close to the Barcelona goalkeeper. Will take his time to move this one out from defense. Frankie de Jong. Araujo. Messi trying to dodge the challenge here of Danilo. Not going to get any sympathy from the referee, despite ending up on the turf there. Will be a... Did he blow the whistle? Oh, he did blow the whistle. So foul there on Danilo, and Barcelona will get a simple free kick. They've started it in their own defense. It's over to Longley, now back to Araujo. Good pass into the feet of Dembele, who has room to turn here, not chased by Bonucci. Driving forward, multiple pink shirts on the far side. This was a little bit of a poor leave there from Pedri. It took Alba by surprise. He had to check his run forward. And now Juventus has settled into their defensive shape. Midfield line has been allowed to retreat. So it comes all the way back to Araujo. Barcelona just happy to be patient here as 38 minutes on the clock. Close to cresting that 40-minute mark. There's not too much time remaining in this first half. Here's Dembele. Looks inside. Messi trying to drive past Betancourt. It's around the challenge of Rabiot. Turns back onto his left foot. Clips it all the way out here to Alba on the near touchline. He's met by Cuadrado. De Jong. Dembele. Oh, pushes that one through a couple of challenges. Pretty strong stuff there from the Frenchman. And now Pjanic has been bowled over here by Rabiot, and it will be a free kick to Barcelona in a good area of the pitch. And just a needless challenge there from Rabiot. He's never going to get to that ball. He's always going to be late. Just sticks his leg into that one. Pjanic absorbing the contact there. Goes to ground. Knows he has certainly won himself a free kick. So Leo Messi will be standing over this one. See the high line out from Juventus, but Barcelona opting not to serve this one into the box. They will play short instead. This one going to come out to Jordi Alba. Shifted back, it's Pjanic. Roberto. This one clipped over the top by Longley, looking for the run of Alba, but that one read very well by both Cuadrado and Szczesny. Szczesny will collect that one and roll it out here for Juventus. We have crested the 40-minute mark here, so just about 4.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Shouldn't have too much stoppage time. Just had the goal and a couple of fouls in this half. Not too many significant stops. It's Cuadrado with it, looking for options here, but well defended by Alba. Demiral. Betancourt. Looks into the feet of Morata. Picks him out well. Morata holding off the challenge here of Pjanic, but has run himself out of space, and that one actually trickles over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick to Barcelona. So good initial play by Morata, but holds on to that one a little bit too long. Gigi Buffon back here at Juventus for the season, on the bench tonight. Trying to provide some energy from that bench. His team have been lacking it in this first half, at least in the attacking third for certain, as Dybala gets this one from Kulusevski, but it's poked away from him by a retreating De Jong. Now Neto can just clear this one. Good header there. Won by Demiral. Rabiot. Quadrado. Cutting inside, we'll pick out Betancourt. He'll go long out to the far side. This one escapes the height of Chiesa there. Tries to go up and control that one on his head, but it will sail out of play for a throw-in. Now Barcelona with it. Messi running this one down. We'll settle it. Looking out wide here for the overlap of Roberto. His pass, I think, going to go off Dembele and come out of play. So it'll be a throw-in to Juventus here. Bonucci. Bonucci clips it back towards the far touchline. It's Morata dropping deep to pick this one up. He is defended by Araujo, who will be called for a free kick here. Morata asking the referees, telling him that Araujo is consistently fouling him. But the referee does not seem interested in a conversation with Alvaro Morata. Here is Demiral. Quadrado forced back to him. Very slow tempo build-up play here for Juventus. Makes everything a little easier for Barcelona. They can see the passes coming. They can see the runs being made. Nucci over to Demiral. Out to Quadrado. Easily defended here by a couple of Barcelona players. This one knocked last off of Jordi Alba. Good work here by Dybala to win this one back, holding off De Jong. Betancourt. Passing to the feet here of Kulusevski, but he's knocked off of that one by a couple of Barcelona midfielders. Now Dembele unceremoniously shoved into the dirt there by Danilo, and a foul will be called on the Juventus man. So 44 minutes on the clock here. Juventus still looking for a decent attack as we come towards the end of this first half. Again, can't be much stoppage time remaining. Here is a clipped pass from Neto, but that one too high for Alba. We'll head out for a throw in here. It will be Quadrado to take this one. Betancourt. Ooh, good combination play here. Kulusevski almost plays in Morata there. It's falling to Danilo. He's inside the box. That one going to come off Chiesa last. And the chance goes begging here for Juve. Good last-ditch defending there by Lenglet. He could see the pass that was attempted to be made there to Morata. That would have been the killer pass in behind the Barcelona line. He's able to just get a foot onto that one. Now Araujo is down in the box here. 2 minutes of stoppage time is going to be allotted here at the end of the first half. So as expected, not very much left to go here as Neto will launch this one from the goal kick. Easily one header there by Rabiot. Nobody contesting him there. This one bouncing around the heads before finally being settled down by Juventus. Kulusevski ridden off this ball very well by Alba, who now clips it forward towards Griezmann, headed down by Demiral. It's Betancourt holding off the challenge there. Good ball in behind. Going after it is Neto. He will get there first before Chiesa. And we'll launch this one away. Just about 45 seconds remaining in this first half as Juventus win back possession. Good turn here from Betancourt. Good entry pass as well to Dybala. Back heel is good. It comes into the feet of Kulusevski. He looks in behind. It's bouncing around the box there, but Araujo will get it out. Comes as far as Chiesa. Danilo driving forward. He's going to clip it towards the back post, but a horribly mishit cross there, and that one will sail well behind harmlessly for a goal kick. So we have reached the allotted 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. I think the referee will bring us to a halt here as this one cleared away, but doesn't get that far, so the referee allows play to go on, and now a foul going to be called here onto Kulusevski coming into this challenge late against Jordi Alba. So he will find himself in the book here, Kulusevski, right at the death of the first half. And that certainly will have to be the end of the half as soon as Barcelona starts this one back up. I do think Kulusevski may be a little unfortunate here. He does get the ball. It isn't the greatest tackle of all time for sure. He does end up clipping Alba slightly as he comes through the challenge. He gets a lot of the ball. This one launched forward here, and that will bring us to halftime here. So Barcelona go into the half up away from home. The one goal provided by Ousmane Dembele after Lionel Messi played him a brilliant cross-field ball there, but that goal heavily influenced by the deflection off Chiesa. Nonetheless, I do think Barcelona are good for their one-goal lead here as they go into half. They have been the team creating most of the chances, if not that many. And Juventus still looking like they're trying to find their feet in this match at home against their biggest opposition in this group. So we will see what Andrea Pirlo and Ronald Koeman have to say to their teams at halftime and what, if anything, will change for this second half. But with that, we will conclude our coverage here of the first half. We will be back with the play-by-play after these commercial messages. All right, guys, so that's the first half, I guess. Yeah, Juventus just has like not gotten into this match at all. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, the possession is so slow. It's so plodding around the attacking third. None of their players seem to have any ideas. They don't seem to have good options. Like, the timing's all wrong. It just like looks, and like a lot of teams, and I can understand this with like a crowded fixture schedule, but so many of these teams have just looked tired. I mean, Real Madrid looked at yesterday when they went down 2-0 to Mönchengladbach, like so many tired plays, so much like languid attack, just like languid efforts, just kind of going through the motions. And I don't think Barcelona have been that much better than them, but Barcelona have at least been attempting things and a little bit threatening in the attacking third. Messi driving at people, Dembele willing to take shots, some small passes in and around the 18-yard box, right? They're working things. They're making the Juventus players try to defend. So yeah, I do think they're good for their one-goal lead, but I just think the quality of the game's very low. It's very low. I think Barcelona, once they took the lead, are just kind of happy to try to they're happy to try to kind of hold it out in their own way, which is like we hold possession, we play around in midfield, but you can see they're not that interested in just like breaking forward and like turning it into a running match at all. So I expect to see more of the same until Juventus can figure out something to do, anything to do. But otherwise, they're going to continue to possibly struggle. We'll see if Pirlo has anything to say, and probably we'll have some subs at 60 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so before I run to the restroom here, we can take a look around the rest of the Champions League, see what's going on here. Let me pull up the scores. Alrighty, so earlier today, we are here. So earlier today we had Chelsea going up against Krasnodar. They throttled them with a 4-0 victory. Goals provided by Callum Hudson-Odoi, Timo Werner penalty, Hakim Ziyech, and then Christian Pulisic rounding it out in the 90th minute. We had PSG up against Istanbul Başakşehir, and Moise Kean on loan, of course, from Everton, with both of the goals today for PSG in the 64th and 79th. So good to see him on the score sheet. It's been a couple of rough loans, a couple of rough spells. First from that sale from Juventus to Everton, where he really didn't play at all, and now finally getting a chance at PSG. So that's good to see from him. Dynamo Kiev, in the other game in this group, up 2-0 on Ferencváros. So Dynamo doing their work here, or doing their job here today so far against what should be the bottom team of the group. Club Brugge and Lazio tied at 0. Dortmund and Zenit still tied at 1. Dortmund and Zenit still tied at 0-0. At halftime, in Sevilla and Rennes still tied at 0s. Yesterday we did have, of course, the game we cast, Real Madrid falling behind 2-0 to Mönchengladbach, looking for all the world like they were going to fall, and then scoring 2 goals in the last 7 minutes, including stoppage time, to draw that one. Atletico Madrid having a comeback win against RB Salzburg. Went up 1, then went down 2-1, and a couple goals from João Felix finished it out 3-2. Liverpool 2-0 over Michelin. Inter Milan tying Shakhtar Donetsk in that group that Real Madrid is actually in last place in with just that point. Bayern Munich 2-1 over Lokomotiv Moscow after destroying Atletico Madrid the week before. Man City a pretty easy win over Marseille 3-0. And Porto over Olympiacos 2-0 and a 2-2 draw between Atalanta and Ajax after Ajax went up 2 goals. So much more tame day in the Champions League here today than we had yesterday. A lot of goals being scored, a lot of chaos happening. But we'll see if that'll change in the second half here. That's kind of our roundup of the day. We really only have that one sort of highlight from Barcelona here to talk about in this half of our match. So hopefully Juventus can provide us with a little bit more energy in the second half and we can have some good play. So that first half was not as boring as Man U Chelsea was last weekend, but it was approaching it. I am going to run to the restroom. I will be right back. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We'll be back with second half coverage pretty soon here. Alrighty, guys. Probably just one more commercial break until the end of halftime here. So we'll be getting back into this one fairly soon. As I was talking about, I was hoping that Juventus can provide us with a little bit of something different here. Just have not been convincing at all. Have looked lacking for energy, lacking for substance in the attacking third, and yeah, the goal they gave up certainly was, down to a little bit of misfortune with a huge deflection off Chiesa, but Barcelona have been better than them, if not by much, but they have been better. If we want energy in this game, I think it has to come from Juventus because they're the side that has to chase. They're also at home in the first go-round of their Champions League round robin, so I think the onus should be on them, and I think we should hope for them to come out a little bit stronger here with maybe a little more energy, a little bit more of an idea in the attacking third. And I would keep your eyes on substitutions at about 60 minutes. Of course, no Cristiano Ronaldo available here today. He has gotten the Rona. He is out for COVID. He will be available for the return fixture in Barcelona in the second part of the round robin, but yeah, is out for a couple more days after this one. We'll probably miss the game at the weekend, and then should be good to resume play. So anyone in the chat, let me know if you do think that Juventus can come back. I predicted 3-1 at the beginning of the game, and now I'm regretting that prediction because they don't look anywhere near like scoring 3 goals. They don't look much like scoring 1, let alone 3. So we'll see how that one turns out for me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I ordered a Halloween costume because I'm actually going to Kentucky next week. I'll be on vacation. We're doing like a Halloween climbing thing, so apparently we had to buy a costume. So I bought something a little ridiculous. I might wear it on stream tomorrow or Friday. We'll see. But you guys can look forward to that. Oh, and a change actually as we're just about to get started here with the match. A change for Barcelona. Oh, wow. And Barcelona losing another center back here. So Piqué is suspended. Umtiti is injured. And Araujo has gone down with an injury at halftime. So it looks like Sergio Busquets is forced on here as an auxiliary center back for Barcelona to start the half. So we'll see what effect that has on the match here. Sergio Busquets, of course, a very composed player. Has played holding midfield for most of his career, so not that unfamiliar with the sort of role of a center back, but certainly someone who doesn't quite have the pace he once did and was never a pacey player to begin with. So maybe looking at an opportunity in behind here for Alvaro Morata. This one started again by Juventus, poked away from Chiesa, and comes off of Betancourt for a Barcelona throw. Good battling here from Chiesa. Will win a throw on the near touchline for Juventus. Still trailing 1-0 here from that Dembele goal. About the 14th minute of play, I believe. Big deflection off of Chiesa. Good defending here by Pjanic in midfield, and Griezmann comes in with a big challenge there. Cuadrado's left in a heat, but play will continue here. Dembele trying to take on Danilo. About a half clearance there from Danilo, then Dembele runs himself off the pitch there, running out of room on the near touchline. We'll go out for a throw into Juventus here. See the double sliding challenge here. Griezmann certainly getting there first. Cuadrado coming in late, which is why the referee allowed play to go on there for Barcelona. Is Demiral moving this one out? That's a poor pass. That one blocked by Pjanic. Fortunately for Demiral, it comes right back to him and not into the path of Antoine Griezmann. Betancourt, under pressure from Messi, looks back for Demiral. Dybala. Going very long here to the other edge of the field. It's intended for Chiesa, but it's headed away by Roberto. Now Dembele can move forward, rides the tackle of Betancourt, but cannot evade Rabiot. Wins that one as he is retreating towards his own goal. Here is Kulusevski out to Dybala, has Chiesa in support. Tries the cheeky through ball there to Morata. It's a little bit short and now bouncing around. It's settled by Dybala. Clips this one back calmly there to Danilo over the arriving Griezmann. It's Betancourt. Kulusevski. Here is Chiesa with some room to work here. Entering the box, looks in behind for Kulusevski. Pressured by two players. Gets away from one challenge. Looking for a pass. Will pick out Betancourt. Steadies himself. Looks for the shot, but slips as he's shooting that one and gets underneath the strike. It curls high and wide there. He's aiming for that far corner, the upper 90, but the slip taking that one a lot higher than he intended for it to go. It's a good turn here by Pedri. Will avoid a challenge. He's able to pick out Messi, who looks back out towards that sideline for Griezmann. Barcelona, some trademark short passing here in midfield. Eventually forced back to the defense. Oh, and sorry, it looks like I was a bit deceived there by the official broadcast here. They did bring Sergio Busquets in, but they actually moved him into the midfield pairing with Pjanic, and they moved Frankie de Jong back to center back. And here's Dembele with some room, getting it onto his left. It's across to Messi, top of the box, but coming back here is Rabiot and doing enough to poke that one off of Messi's foot. Attempted sliding challenge here from Dybala will not keep that one in play. It will be a throw-in to Barcelona. Here is Sergio Busquets moving it over to Pjanic. Good entry pass here to Griezmann. Leaves it for Messi. A lot of white shirts in front of him, trying to hold off a couple there. We'll find Pjanic. Goes out to Alba. Looking across the box here. That one blocked away by Bonucci, but we'll go out for a corner kick here to Barcelona. So second corner of the match here for Barcelona. We'll be back in that far corner. This one going short. There's Barcelona, a team that has never really been great from set pieces with their heads. Not really a team that plays for that, so they opt to try to keep possession here. The ball bouncing around the Juventus box. It's De Jong. Good turn here by Lenglet, of all people, and he will draw a foul right at the corner of the 18-yard box here. It's Demiral. And Lenglet looks like he may have gotten away with one there, throwing himself to the ground. Didn't look like really anything from Demiral. But Lenglet going to buy himself and his team a free kick here. Szczesny calling out some instructions for his defense. Here is Lionel Messi. Striking this one towards the center there, headed away well by Alvaro Morata. Comes out as far as Pedri. He'll clip it back into the box. Goes Betancourt to win that header. It's now with Cuadrado. Cleared away by Danilo. And now with Pjanic. Barcelona gets control of this one. A little bit of a slip there from Pjanic. He's able to keep it though. Clipped out towards Messi. Cuts inside. Looking for options. Hassled by Rabiot. Griezmann. All the way across here looking for Alba. Alba under pressure from Cuadrado. Looking back. Finds Busquets. De Jong back out to Alba. Busquets going to lob it over. It's Roberto. Has Dembele in advance of him. Goes inside to Messi. Will come out to Roberto. Back to Messi. Out to Dembele. Here's the cross from Dembele. Knocked away there by Bonucci. Or sorry, Demiral. Roberto. Back to Dembele once again. Has two defenders with him now. And that, actually escapes both of them with a stroke of luck there. Crossing it back. But that one deflected away by Bonucci. It's Kulusevski. Or sorry, that's Rabiot deflecting that away. And Kulusevski will complete the clearance. So coming off a Barcelona player. Actually kept in play by Roberto there. Work from the Barcelona right back. And they will win possession. Busquets. Dembele. This one clipped out to Jordi Alba. Good passing here from Barcelona. It's with Busquets now. Has a couple options. Messi rides the challenge of Rabiot. Enters the box. Finds Griezmann on top of the box. Clipped back towards him. Headed away a little bit by Demiral. And it will come out to Kulusevski, who completely steps on that one. Leaves it for Busquets. He'll find the overlapping Alba here. Goes around Dembele. Cuts onto his left. Takes the shot. Messi. Dembele. Back to Messi. Tries the nutmeg there, but can't get it through. Danilo doing well. Kulusevski moves it to Dybala. He rides a challenge there and is taken down. We'll draw a free kick here for Juventus. Good work once again, though, from Barcelona. Passing this one well in and around the attacking area. Don't quite get the final product on that one, but looked comfortable and confident in and around the attacking third. Long here from Bonucci, trying to pick out the run of Chiesa. He will do so very well. Chiesa goes down here by Roberto. Drives this one across the face of goal. Frankie de Jong. Here's an acrobatic kick in the back post by Cuadrado, and Morata's put this one in. And this time he looks to be onside. And I do think this one will stand in out of absolutely nothing. It looks as if Juventus has leveled this match. An aggressive cross from Chiesa is flicked on by de Jong to the back post. An acrobatic shot effort there from Cuadrado actually sends the ball directly into the path of Morata, who sweeps it home. And it looks to my eyes that he's onside this time around. I'm sure we'll see a replay of this one to confirm. And can't be certain here. We are going to have to wait for the review. Referee has his VAR assistant in his ear. Goal is being checked here. This would be, if it were called back, the third time that Morata has swept a goal home today, only to have it called back for offsides. So they're checking 3 situations for potential offsides in the build-up to this goal. And it's taking a while, guys. It's been a minute and a half already. Approaching 2. Oh, and it's going to be called back here again. So the 3rd time Murata has swept one home, and the 3rd time it has been called back for offsides here. Murata cannot catch a break, and it's, oh my goodness gracious. It's his heel. It's the, like, edge of his heel that is offsides as this ball comes to him from Cuadrado. This one knocked back into the Barcelona end, who probably fortunately find themselves still in the lead here, 1-0. Again, a hat trick of goals scored by Murata that have all been called back on review. The first 2, of course, very clear offsides. This one, a much more questionable one. Dybala moving in field, finds Cuadrado. Cuadrado driving forward, shifting it out to Kulusevski. Cuts it back onto his left, finds Dybala. Dybala doing well here. Has entered the box, but now under pressure. Looks back for Cuadrado. Here comes the cross. Going up for that one. It's Rabiot, heads it straight up. Comes out to Danilo. And finally, Pjanic will move this one forward for Barcelona. And Griezmann just clipped there by Betancourt. Will be a free kick here to the side in pink. Alba. Good work here by Pedri up the far left side. He gets around Cuadrado, eventually is run down, but unfairly is Cuadrado holding him back a little bit. You can see it's a good job to turn around Cuadrado here. Colombian chasing back, gets that hand onto the arm, drags back just a little bit, and that's all it takes for the referee to call that foul. Pedri again. Roberto. Back heel here from Dembele. Griezmann. 2 Frenchmen trying to combine here. No foul called here by the referee. Chiesa dodges one challenge, gets it up the line here, and will certainly draw a yellow card for Sergi Roberto. And Roberto finds himself the first Barcelona player to go into the book here. That is an easy one there as Chiesa dodges the first challenge, pushes this one by Roberto. And you can see we'll get clipped here. Now here is Chiesa. That one poked off him by Dembele, and it will be a throw-in to Barcelona. This one coming across to Pedri. He's going to look out here. Move forward to Griezmann. Good control here from the Frenchman. That one going to be knocked off Cuadrado, but he'll keep it in play. Bonucci will retreat back to Szczesny. Bonucci. Cuadrado clipping this one in towards the path of Murata. Leaves it for Kulusevski, who tries to cut it back onto his left, but it's poked away from him. 5 Barcelona shirts there to do the job as Busquets goes down. Sorry, that's Longley. Yep, does get fouled there. Just gets that ball away in time as he's clipped from behind there by Murata. Ooh, great stuff here from Pedri. Chips this one over Cuadrado's outstretched foot. Draws Betancourt. Looks across for Messi. Some room here for Messi. Here's Dembele for two. Back to Messi. It's back to Dembele, but not enough there. Juventus doing just enough to get that one away. Probably a little unselfish there from Dembele. Had a good shooting angle on his right foot, but instead looked for the short return pass to Messi, and that's when Juventus were able to stick their boots in, knock it away. It's Pedri again on top of the box. Here's Messi! Oh my! Just inches wide there from Messi. See, getting a chance here as this one bounces off a Juventus defender. In comes Messi, and not very far wide at all. They're just about a foot or so. Half a yard. That's great work from Pedri there to dodge the challenge of Cuadrado. Another chance for Messi, not put away. This one's certainly closer than the one he had in the first half. He dragged pretty far wide. Here is Demiral. Back to Szczesny. Danilo. Oh no, I did it again. It came back. Okay, it's coming back now. It's a good thing. All right, here is Betancourt shifting it out to Cuadrado. Sorry, this is Dybala cutting into the left, shooting. That one going to be blocked there by a combination of Alba and Busquets. Juventus still in possession here. Here is Morata. Out to Kulusevski, but that pass just going to escape Kulusevski there. Will be a throw in here to Barcelona as we have crested the hour mark. So just about 27 minutes remaining in this one. Still no changes yet from Juventus, who are still seeking that equalizing goal here. When miscontrol there by Betancourt allows Messi to come away with it, trying to hold off Rabiot. He finds Alba, pushing forward, has Pedri out to his right. He picks out Messi. Messi drives forward, has Pedri. Here's Pedri, cutting it, shooting on his left. It's deflected, and it will go out of play for a corner kick here. Decent defending at the end by Danilo there to block that one away. See it here. Pedri does a good job cutting that one back to evade the challenge of Betancourt, but Danilo able to stick out this leg. He sees where Pedri wants to go, times it well, and gets a deflection onto that one. Pushes it behind for Barcelona's third corner of the match. Coming short again, it's Messi. Top of the box, Pjanic. Looking for the run of Messi here. That one headed away by Chiesa. One back by Barcelona. Busquets has moved it forward to Pedri. Looks in behind for Griezmann. Griezmann with the back heel. Pedri has a chance here. It's with Messi inside the box. Turning. Still has it. Finally poked away from him by Demiral. Now moving forward is Kulusevski. Has some room to work here. Going to pick out Chiesa. There's a man on the far right side and a poor pass here from Chiesa. He was looking for Morata, but Morata thought he needed to let it run for Dybala, who was that man on the far right touchline. Chiesa's pass was intended for Morata. So a chance to counterattack there wasted by Juventus. Now Dembele coming the other way has this one knocked off him by Danilo, who will keep it in play. Now it's Betancourt. Infield to Rabiot. Dybala. Cuadrado. Betancourt. Crossing this one. Oh, and way over hits that cross to the backside. Attempting to clip a pass out to the near touchline here into the feet of Chiesa, but over hits that one about 20 yards, honestly. And it will be Ousmane Dembele here withdrawn for Barcelona. Ansu Fati going to come on for him. So, again, a bit surprising here. Barcelona the side in the lead. And again, they have not been much better than Juventus, in my opinion, but I do think they've been the better side today, making the first real change. The first substitution they made of Busquets was a forced one due to the injury to Araujo. And Juventus, the team trailing, still yet to make a substitution here. So Pirlo holding his cards close to the chest as we are ticking over 66 minutes here. Any player entering the match will just have about 20 or so to try to make an impact. Bonucci, Danilo, Demiral, Cuadrado. Gonna look across here. It's Rabiot. Cross in here is blocked from Cuadrado. Will go out for a Juventus throw-in. Coming out to Cuadrado here, headed back to Dybala. Kulusevski ends up falling to the ground. Barcelona asking for the handball. The referee waves play on as Kulusevski just extending his hands to try to break his fall. Here's Cuadrado. This one poked off of him by Pedri. He manages to keep it in play, but Pedri's gotten his body in a good spot, wins it back. Good cutback here from Jordi Alba. Will draw a foul on Cuadrado. Now battle for possession here is won by Kulusevski. He's going to shift it out short to Dybala. Dybala has to go backwards though. It's Demiral. Ball's into Kulusevski. Into Morata. Driving in behind the defense here. It's back to Kulusevski, who looks to chip the goalie from 18 and just gets the decision all wrong here. His balance is very off. He clips this one up and over the crossbar. You can see he's got some time. I'm not sure if he's trying to strike that one or chip that one. Maybe gets caught in two minds, ends up leaning backwards there and just lobs it up over the crossbar and getting nowhere near threatening Neto there, who is the one clearing this ball away. Knocked up by Bonucci. Settled well by Betancourt. Ball into the feet of Morata. He's able to turn here. Looks in behind. Here's Rabiot bursting into the box. Taking the shot early and hitting that one too wildly. That one never even gets on target. It actually ends up going out at the near post. You can see it just brushing the very back corner of the net, but never even it's close to the target there. Not even that close to the near post. So he shoots it wide on the near side of the net. Was on his weaker foot there. Oh, Messi rides a challenge well here and then draws one on to Bonucci. Or sorry, this is Demiral. And Demiral will pick himself up a booking here. Lionel Messi, excellent footwork here in midfield. Dodges one challenge, then finds himself clipped by Mehdi Demiral. See here, shifts his body well. Dodges that first challenge from Demiral, then dodges the incoming player from the left-hand side and gets knocked over. Busquets clipped out to Jordi Alba. He'll settle it down. Coming back to De Jong here. The forced change to Barcelona at halftime, losing Araujo at center back, has not really come back to bite them. Juventus still have yet to really piece together a decent opportunity, at least one that is not broken up by the eventual VAR offsides call. Pretty much every single one of their good chances has been swept home by Morata, but he has either been clearly offsides or offsides upon review. De Jong. Over to Longley. 70 minutes on the clock here and still have yet to see a substitution here from Juventus. See possession very close here. 11 total attempts for Barcelona, 51% possession for them. 4 corners to none here for Juventus. Launched out toward the right-hand side. It's Messi. Faced up against Danilo. Now arriving as Chiesa. Looks inside. Short pass here to Dembele, who's in the box. Couple of combinations played here. It's Fati shooting. Comes back to Pjanic. It's all the way back with Longley now. Back into Fati. Good passing here from Barcelona. Very patient play. Looks into Messi as Fati cuts it back. He's beaten one. He's in the box. He tries to cut it back. He goes down in the box. Not going to get a call from the referee here. And Cuadrado will complete the clearance. More good work here from Barcelona as they pass so patiently around the opponent's box. Eventually Messi able to enter. Cannot get the last dribble that he needs or the last pass over to Ansu Fati, who was open at the near post here. Would have been a very tough pass. Messi was closed down very tightly there. I believe by Bonucci. It's Fati. Fati once again. Roberto. Back to De Jong. Oh, and finally a misplaced pass here from Barcelona. It's courtesy of Miralem Pjanic, who just knocks that one out of play as he attempts to move it back out to Roberto. You can see it's Danilo, actually. It's a great move from Messi. Completely Cruyff turns Bonucci. It's Danilo coming across here to get the last challenge in, or to make it a little bit difficult on Messi. You can see Fati is open there at the back post, but Messi's passing angle cut off there by the onrushing Danilo. Juventus. Trying to move this one out from defense. Now into the box here, but bouncing around and easily read by Neto. He'll pick that one up. Barcelona. Oh, this one poked off of Pedri by Cuadrado. Entering the box. He goes down to the top of the box. And I think this is a yellow card for Cuadrado for simulation, and it will be. The referee seeing this one the whole way. Cuadrado not even arguing. Take a look at this one. Pedri has his pocket picked here by Cuadrado. He drives straight into the box. Shifts this one back, and yeah, just tries to stick a leg out there. Convince the referee that Longley has tripped him, but Longley never even really sticking his leg out. That's a good call from the referee as Weston McKennie here is introduced for Kulusevski. But meanwhile, on the other end, driving forwards, Griezmann shooting here on the left, and oh, it's just wide of the near post. Inches away there from Antoine Griezmann as he was played in by Lionel Messi. You can see the gaps here opening. Busquets picking out Messi. He leads in Griezmann. His first touch takes him just a little bit too far away from goal. Oh, and it's just inches wide. It's almost as well as you can strike that ball from Griezmann. He's at a tight angle. He gets a decent strike on it, but it just barely curls away from that near post there, the right-hand side of the goal for Szczesny. I guess our right-hand side, the goalkeeper's left. Meanwhile, update from that other game I was talking about. Man, you have taken a 2-0 lead here through Marcus Rashford over RB Leipzig. Rashford was initially called off sides in the build-up, but upon a VAR review, it was deemed that he was behind the halfway line in the build-up to the goal. So Man U up 2-0 at home to RB Leipzig as Neto clearing this one away. 75 minutes on the clock here. First change has been made for Juventus, and it's Weston McKennie here with his first touch after being introduced for Kulusevski. Long pass here from Betancourt, easily intercepted by Longley. Now Messi out to Fati. Lead into Pjanic. Alba. De Jong. Messi. Fati. Barcelona still playing this one patiently in the offensive end of the pitch. Move here by Pjanic. He's found Messi. Messi with some room to drive. Has the support on the right. Picks up Griezmann. Griezmann looks for the return pass to Messi, and that one barely intercepted there doing just enough as Danilo, as I think that pass from Griezmann was on. He almost picked Messi out. It was a no-look effort there from Griezmann and almost doing a brilliant return pass. Danilo does just enough to keep his team in this one. And meanwhile, in Manchester, looks like it may be 3-0 to United here. Messi taken off of this one. And now a player down here, actually going to be called back for a foul here. I believe on a Barcelona man. And it is Rashford once again at the double now for United here. Here's a crossed field ball here from Cuadrado. Has picked out McKennie well. Cutting in from the left-hand side. Taking a shot here and just does not wrap that one the way he wants. I think that is Sergi Roberto doing just enough there to put off McKennie as he takes this strike. He wants to curl this one into that far right corner, but sort of just hits the turf as he's hitting that strike. And instead of putting some whip on that ball, gets a little bit too much drive, and it doesn't curl very much at all. Going well wide of the right-hand side of the goal there. So Barcelona still with just that 1-goal lead. A little surprising that we haven't seen a change in score here. Again, I think Barcelona have been even more the better side in this second half. Just have yet to put one away. Of course, for the side of Juventus, the third effort from Morata called back for offsides, as Rabiot going to take down Messi here. Will be called for the foul and probably a booking here as well. Yep, out comes the yellow card for Rabiot here. He turned that one over and was forced to haul Messi down. And will find himself the third Juventus player cautioned here today. He will join Demiral and Kulusevski in the book. Of course, Kulusevski has been withdrawn. So a free kick here for Barcelona in a fairly dangerous position as we approach the 80-minute mark. Just going to tick over. 79 here. Messi clipping this one in. Knocked away from Longley there by Demiral. Cuadrado trying to complete the header. He is fouled by Pedri. And Juventus will be able to move this one out of their defensive end. Despite being much the second best, despite being second best for pretty much the entire game here and greatly in this second half, Juventus still find themselves trailing by only 1 goal. They still have 10 to 12 minutes here to try to make a dent, try to equalize the scoreline. Barcelona, of course, will be looking for the second to try to put this one out of reach. A second goal in which I think their performance here today against Juventus deserves. Rabiot taken down there by a couple Barcelona players. Start this one up again quickly. Moves it out to Dybala. Dybala tries to cut around Pedri, but great defending there from the youngster, and he will be fouled by Dybala. See, it's excellent defending there from the young winger. Dybala, with a bit of frustration, hauls him back. Pass from Neto goes all the way across the field to Fati. Actually able to keep that one in play. Well done here by Ansu Fati. Now the Spaniard trying to move this one up the near touchline. It's going to come off of Danilo, but will be at the end will be a throw-in for Barcelona here. Danilo furious with the assistant referee. And I think with decent reason, actually, there. It does look to come off Fati last. Was a close call for certain as Danilo and Fati kind of colliding with each other at the same time, but pretty clearly from that replay looked to have hit Fati to come out of play. Juventus do have possession back though, so Maybe a bit of justice done here for that particular throw-in. Poor pass here from Danilo, or really good reading from Roberto, able to intercept that one. He's driving forward, only has Fati in support. Now finally a couple of pink shirts arriving in your screen. Good tackle here from McKinney. Will pull that one off of Griezmann. It's now Cuadrado. Chased around by Pedri, will finally find some support there with Rabiot. Juventus can now play it out calmly. Bonucci dribbling forward here. Looks in field. Betancourt back to Bonucci. Looks over the top for Morata. Morata will get to this one first. Has Sergi Roberto for company here. Cuts it back. Crosses on the ground here. It's McKinney arriving. Dybala, arriving. This one bouncing around. Some claims of handball, but the referee doesn't seem very interested. Take a look at this one. Dybala comes in, and that one just may bounce off a hand here. Actually bounces off of Dybala's arm, so can't be a huge complaint there. It is Betancourt who will be withdrawn here in the 82nd minute by Andrea Pirlo. And it is Artur, the man who went to Juventus in that Pjanic swap, who will be introduced here tonight. Rabiot will also be withdrawn. So two defensive midfielders going to be hauled off here. And it will be Bernardeschi along with Artur put on to try to find the equalizer with just 7 minutes remaining in regulation. Here's Neto's clearance. This one goes over the head of Bonucci, bouncing around here. Goes Morata into the back of De Jong. No call from the referee, but he will put it out to touch here to allow De Jong to be checked on here. Head injury, of course, are not to be messed around with in world football anymore. Referees always want to stop the game to check on the player. It's actually, it's not De Jong there. It looks like it's Pjanic down on the turf. Will be helped to his feet here by Morata. See this clearance coming in from Bonucci. Definitely coming through the back there of Pjanic's head a little bit is Morata. Brief check here for concussion, but it looks to be alert here. So we'll be allowed to just return to the field. This one shifted over to Cuadrado. Shifts away from the challenge of Pedri here. McKinney has now been moved infield with the introduction of Bernardeschi, who will be occupying the left wing position. Danilo. It's over to Demiral. He'll drive forward. Oh, but that's a poor touch. That one taken off him, and he will absolutely clatter. And that is going to be a red card for Demiral as his touch goes too far. He reaches for it, clatters into a Barcelona midfielder, takes him down, and receives his second yellow and his marching orders here. Demiral clatters into Pjanic there. It's a very clear yellow card. Yeah, very cynical there. It's an easy call for the referee for the yellow card. It's his second yellow, and he will get his marching orders. So bad goes to worse here for Juventus, trailing by 1 goal. Have had a fairly miserable performance here today, and now see one of their members sent off as well. So meanwhile, in Manchester, a penalty has been awarded to United. So Anthony Martial stepping up here to see if he can make this 4-0 here. Marcus Rashford not allowed to chase his hat trick because he was subbed off, and Martial has converted that spot kick. It's 4-0 United, and it's become an absolutely resounding scoreline from them. And now I am regretting the game that I have chosen to stream here. But no matter. Pjanic moving this one into the feet of Ansu Fati. Busquets. De Jong. Out to Jordi Alba. Still with their 1-goal lead here as we tick over to 86 minutes. 4 minutes remaining in regulation. We'll probably have 3 to 4 minutes of stoppage time as this one shifted over to Messi. Doesn't really have a lot of support in front of him. Instead drives forward alone. Weston McKinney doing very well there to poke that one off of him. And now it looks like Chiesa's barged over by Griezmann. Juventus will be able to knock this free kick forward. But once again, they are running out of time. 3 substitutions have been made by Pirlo. They are also down a player after Mary Demiral was sent off there for his 2nd yellow card, clattering into Miralem Pjanic. It's McKinney. Bring this one out towards the right-hand side, but a very poor pass there. Only arriving at the feet of Jordi Alba. Now coming away with it is Barcelona. Over to Pjanic. Out here to Roberto. Fati. Griezmann. Barcelona just knocking this one around their defenders and their midfield line. Happy to just hold possession here, milk the clock out. We are at 87 minutes now. And Juventus can't really get anywhere near the ball at this moment. Pedri's with it, looks back inside. It's Alba. Fati clipping this one in for Alba. Easily read there by Bonucci. Cuadrado collects it. Dodges the incoming challenge of Pedri, keeps it in play, and then we'll draw a foul here on Pedri, and we'll be able to move it out of their end. Good work there by Cuadrado. Another good passing play here from Barcelona. Eats a lot of clock there. And the substitution being readied here for Barcelona. It will be Griezmann, who is withdrawn here in the 88th minute. So Junior Firpo will come on here for some extra defensive reinforcements in the closing minutes of this game, as this ball played in behind towards Morata, but intercepted by Lenglet. De Jong playing the auxiliary center back role here in this second half after the loss of Araujo. Comes back to Neto. De Jong. Roberto. Roberto moving it up the line here. Fati. Good combination with Roberto. Tries to move it infield to Pedri. Has Fati in front of him. Going to look across the field instead, but can't get this one over the head of Cuadrado. It's knocked down for Bonucci. Looking forward. Poor pass here by Bonucci's easily picked off by Miralem Pjanic. It moves over to Busquets into Messi. Messi looking for Fati here. Fati's taken down in the box, and this is an easy penalty call here. Bernardeschi takes down Ansu Fati, will be called for the penalty, and Barcelona will have a chance to make it 2 and seal the 3 points here tonight in Turin. And this is a clumsy challenge at best here from Bernardeschi. Tries to get in there before the ball arrives at Fati's feet, cannot do so. Bundles over the Barcelona striker there. It's clearly inside the box. It's an easy call for the referee, and I'm certain it will be Lionel Messi stepping up to try to put this one away. So Messi here, 89 minutes into this one, just about to tick over into extra time. It's a chance to seal the points here for Barcelona. Take the lead in this group over their biggest rivals in it, Juventus. There are 5 minutes of stoppage time. Here is Messi. Striking and scoring. Confident penalty from Lionel Messi into the upper left corner of the goal. Sent Wojciech Szczesny the wrong way. It's 2-0 Barcelona, and that is just what they deserve here on this second half and really full match performance. Barcelona 2, Juventus 0, and certainly all 3 points coming home to Catalonia tonight. Again, just an excellent penalty here from Lionel Messi. Gets Wojciech Szczesny to go the wrong way. The penalty is resounding into the left-hand side of the goal there. Never really looked like missing, did he? Ronald Koeman pleased on the sideline here, and oh my word, in Manchester, United have made it 5, and it looks like Marcus Rashford has completed his hat-trick. He actually was not subbed off, so surprising that he wasn't allowed to take the penalty. But this has become an absolute slaughter in Manchester. I think Red Bull just given up at a certain point, and yeah, Rashford completing his hat-trick there. What an absolute thrashing that is. And yeah, once again, a little disappointed that I didn't select that match to call, but have enjoyed our highlights here between Barcelona and Juventus, even if all of the highlights have come from just one side. Barcelona certainly the better on the day. But we have been treated to only 2 goals, would have been treated to quite the shooting range of goals from Manchester United here today. So this one going to come off of Ansu Fati for a corner kick. Once again, 5 minutes of stoppage time allotted at the end of the match here. We are 2 minutes into that as Juventus have a corner kick here. Bernardeschi, the man responsible for committing the penalty. That foul onto Ansu Fati will stand over this one. Here is his cross. And that's a poor one to the near post, but bouncing around the box here, and handball coming off of Alvaro Morata. What a frustrating day here for him. Again, had 3 balls in the back of the net from 3 separate strikes, and every single one of them called back for offsides. Just not a fortunate day here for Alvaro Morata. Barcelona moving this one out from the back. It's Roberto. Messi. This one shifted all the way to the left-hand side. Now it's Alba. Move it out to Firpo. Just exchanging passes here are Barcelona. Now looking in behind here, it's Fati with a chance to make it 3. And whoa! Ansu Fati trying to be a nice guy here, trying to set up the newly introduced Martin Braithwaite for a goal here. He's wide open at the top of the box. He tries to pass it into the path of Braithwaite to finish. He has the entire goal at his mercy, and Ansu Fati just cannot make a decision there. And a bit of a head and hands moment for the young Ansu Fati, has had a chance to make it 3 here for Barcelona and just lost the plot a little bit there for a second. Here's Juventus coming the other way. Dybala going to shoot here from about 28. That one going to deflect off of Cuadrado, who has it back. Looks for the back heel into the path of Chiesa, but can't connect there. Good defending once again from Frankie de Jong this time. Now Firpo can move this one out of the back. Just a minute remaining in stoppage time here. And Barcelona will certainly be able to see this one out for a very positive result. Strong 2-0 performance here. Juventus never really looking like scoring, although here is Bernardeschi with a little bit of room to work here on the left-hand side. He's inside the box, crossing now. That one knocked away by Jordi Alba. Now just 45 seconds remaining in this one. And a frustrating afternoon here for the old lady. Poor performance, languid performance. Never really looking like scoring, never really looking like being a threat. Always second best in this match. And a red card to Demiral to boot, along with a penalty given up in the 89th minute, allowing Lionel Messi to get on the score sheet. Dybala actually drawing a foul here for what will certainly be Juventus' last chance of the game. Neto giving some instructions to his sole defender here, Fati. Here is the cross from Dybala. Instead opts to shoot at the near post there, hoping Fati would move. He does not, and that will do it. The referee will blow for full time. A huge result here for Barcelona. They run out of Turin. Winners in this one. They take control of the group as well. It's Barcelona 2, Juventus 0 in Turin here tonight. Goals provided by Ousmane Dembele from that deflection off of Chiesa. And then from the penalty spot in the 90th minute by Lionel Messi. But Barcelona certainly deserved winners here today. They were the better of the two sides decently in the first half and certainly in the second. And Juventus are going to have to do some reflecting after this performance, as really not a whole lot of positives to take out of this one. And it will send Andrea Pirlo and his side back to the drawing board before this weekend's matches. But once again, as we conclude coverage here today, Barca 2, Juventus 0. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. We'll go through player ratings here really quickly. I'm going to run through them quickly for Juventus because, yeesh, these guys were bad. Szczesny, 6. Can't do anything about the deflection. Can't do anything about the penalty. Does everything else fine. He actually made 2 pretty good saves in the first half, a couple of decent ones in the second half. He's probably the player to come up with his head held highest for Juventus here. It says Danilo gets a 7. Lies. They looked bad. They gave up 2 goals. They were always on defense. Danilo didn't do anything in attack and just had to put in last-ditch challenges all the time. He gets a 5.5. Bonucci gets a 5.5. Demiral gets a 4. I mean, maybe a 3. Wasn't effective, didn't pass well, didn't connect well. Gets a red card for 2 yellows. Quadrado, 6, I would say. One of the more effective defenders that they had. But just, I don't know. It was really poor. Actually ended up setting up in a 4-4-2, I guess, is how this match played out. It looked like they would be in a 3-5-2, but that didn't happen. Kulusevski, 5.5. Looked again languid, didn't put some crosses in, none were dangerous, didn't have any strikes on target. Betancourt, 5. Rabiot, I don't know why it's giving him a 7. Maybe he had some key passes here and there, but like, I don't understand. Like they didn't do anything. I'm giving Rabiot a 6 then. Might have been a little more effective than Betancourt, but I don't think by much. Chiesa, 5. Wasteful, dribbled too much on the left-hand side. Morata was the most effective on-field player. He tried to get in behind. He tried to offer things. He tried to hold up play. Was not supported. I don't think it was his best performance ever. He was caught off sides for all of his finishes, but looked to be the player that would do anything if it was anyone on Juventus. I will give him a 7. I will allow him to come away clean. Him and I can't give Szczesny a 7. I can only give him like a 6, 6.5. But he and Szczesny are the only players that can come out with their heads held high. I give Dybala 5-5. Like just they're so ineffective in attack today. It just didn't look like they didn't care. Barcelona, Neto, 7. Solid whatever chance that came to him. Good distribution, good handling. It's good performance from the keeper. Roberto, 7.5. I think he was solid. Gets a yellow card. That's why I'm not going to give him an 8. But otherwise, I think he holds up Chiesa well. Frustrates Chiesa the whole game. Does well with Dybala. Defends well as a unit. Araujo, gets like 6.5 getting hauled off at halftime. Of course, he was injured, so not really his fault. But nothing you can do about that. Lenglet, 7.5. Super solid, super strong. Good passing, good distribution. Looked completely unfazed the entire match. Jordi Alba, 7.5. I think probably fair. Most involved Barcelona defender in attack. Was great in possession. Was involved in all of their moves forward. Was calm, composed, defended well. Supported well. Excellent performance from him. Frankie de Jong, 7.5. Started well in midfield. Moved back to defense. Looked completely unfazed there. Didn't place a pass wrong in the entire game. Won challenges back. Very effective performance. Miralem Pjanic, 7.5. Same thing. Pretty much same review. Dembele, 7.5. Gets his goal. Gets hauled off a little early and wasn't the most effective attacking day for him, but combined generally well with Messi and gets that goal. So I think 7.5 is fair. Messi, 8.5, 9. I mean, controlled every attack for Barcelona. Was impeccable in possession. Never misplaced a pass. Was one of the only players that looked dangerous in the entire, was always dangerous. Was picking the right passes, trying to dribble around players. Was generally a menace. Puts his penalty away with aplomb. Great performance here for Messi. Pedri, I'm going to give him a 7.5 as well. I thought he was solid. I thought he helped out Jordi Alba a lot. They combined well. They defended well together on that sideline. I thought he was creative, lively, put in a lot of energy. Griezmann, 7. Got a little bit invisible in the second half, but I think his performance in the first and start of the second half was solid, connecting well in the attacks, generally doing decent stuff, although had a couple chances to finish and missed them. Substitutes, Artur not on long enough. Weston McKennie, just a 6. Federico Bernardeschi, if he got a rating, if he was long enough, it'd be a 4 for giving away a penalty. Fati, I will give a 7. I thought he was effective. His one mistake was not taking that shot when he passed it to Braithwaite. Braithwaite came on too late, and Busquets gets a 6. Just kind of did his job. Really didn't crop up too much in that second half. So that'll do it. Good performance from Barcelona. Good win from them. And decent stream here today. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy it. We will be back potentially tomorrow with Europa League for Arsenal. We'll see. I will decide tonight and tomorrow, but I think I might do it. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And sorry for not broadcasting in the Man U game. Bye!